Okay, so we're going to learn 10 Years Gone. I'm going to demonstrate it to you first. Here's how it goes. It does this about 5 or 6 times, but I'll go to the next section. Okay, so let's have a look at the charts. Actually, before we do the actual tabs, I just want to take a look at some shapes. So I've got on the top there, I've got the right, and at the bottom is the left hand. So we got a basic A chord there. Let me make myself a bit bigger. So we got an A. Okay, and after that you'll need an A2. So to get an A2, you take off your third finger. So that's an A2. So do an A2. Okay, and then we have this F major 13 over an A. Sounds very complicated. Just ignore the name of why that is. Let's just look at the chord. So down below is the left hand. So let's give you a righty look up here. So your first finger is on the third string up, second fret. And your second finger's above it, string above, but on the third fret. And your third finger's below your first finger on the second string on the third fret. It's almost like, if you know what a D7 is, it's a D7 but placed in a different area. So starting on the third string up, second fret, and you got this strumming from the fifth. So it might be worth practicing the A, A2, and then to this shape, and just working on them. What I might do is, this stage I might go through the very first part of the riff here, this part. Okay, so you can see it starts with strumming oh yeah, this is the intro and the verse. So strum an A chord. That's how an A stacks up when you look at it on tab music. And then it says go to an A2, but you're not strumming the A2. So to get to the A2, take off your third finger, and you got to pick these notes. So you're picking the second string, the third string, and the second string. So second string, third string, second string. So you're not actually strumming the A sus2. So play the A, go to the A2, and then pick their notes. So A. And then very simply you go to that F major 13 chord. And then when you're on this chord, stay there. And you're gonna, there's a little pause when you strum it, and then you pick through the chord. So you start from the fourth string, picking down to the second and back up. So that goes. Do it again. So I'll strum the chord first, leave a pause, then, and straight after that you do an extra strum of an A, and then it starts it again. So you got an A2 shape, but picking the second, third, second, and then the F major 13, pick through it, strum an A. Then you start again. Again. Okay, so that's that intro bit, and then you have this next section which I'll play, and then I'll go through the chord shapes. So it goes A. Okay, so let's have a look at the shapes of that. So we got this E flat diminished. Let me just drag that so you can see it. So the bottom one's left, don't forget. Alright, so what I'm doing here on this E flat diminished, I'm barring the first fret, but on up to the 4th string. So here, 1st fret, I'm barring up to the 4th string. You don't have to bar the whole thing, just there. And then I'm placing my 2nd finger on the 3rd string and my 3rd finger on the 1st string, so it looks a bit like that. You strum from the 4th diminished chord. Okie doke. And then we got this E minor inversion. So if you put your 1st finger all the way up to the 7th fret on the thin string there, and your 2nd finger above it on the next fret, and then these 2 fingers here on the middle strings on the 9th fret, and you strum that. So down, down, up, down. And then we go to a D major 7. So you got to move, take these fingers off, keep your 1st one, move it down to the 5th fret. And then to place these on, you move your 2nd finger up to the 3rd string, 3rd finger above it on the 4th string, 9th fret, and your little finger on the 2nd string there. That's one way of doing it. So if you want to rewind that and just learn it like that, that's good. But if you go from that other shape, the E minor one, and move it down 2 frets, and what you do is you lift your 2nd finger up a string and your little finger down a string. So have you got to see? Because they look kind of similar shapes. So maybe that is the better way of doing it. So the E minor there, take it down 2 steps, and then move your 2nd finger up, your little finger down. Now the last chord, it's an inversion of C major 7. So really you take off your 1st finger, move it down 2 frets. That's it. So you can see there's no 1st finger there. So I'll show you that. You got the C flat. Oh, it starts on A. Bar this for the E flat diminished. Bring it up here. That's almost like an F shape, really. So this is on the 7th fret. Move it down 2 frets, then alter this. Move that up and that down. Take your 1st finger off and move that there. So I think you'll agree that's a nice sequence to learn, even if you're not into Zeppelin. But I don't know who isn't. I'm going to show you the tab form of that just very briefly so you can see what it looks like in the tab world. There, so you got the A, then this E diminished, you can see your bar in the 1st, and then you got these on the 2nd fret. Got that E minor shape, see the thin strings on the 7th fret, then the 8th, then 2 on the 9. Then it moves down a step. There you go. That's an opening 1st string there. Alright, so the next riff that comes after it is this. It's very nice and simple, this. So the top string you go 0, 1, 5th string 0, 3, and then 4th string 0, 3, 2, and then 0 on the 5th string. And you can use a 1 finger to 1 fret there. I sometimes use my little finger so I don't feel so stretched. So yeah, that's nice and straightforward. Okay, so I'm going to play you this next bit. Oh, see this little 0 in brackets? That's saying that that is this note here. So you don't have to play a 0 again. So when you play this little 0, that is that there. So we can forget about the 0 in brackets. We can start from here. And this goes like... nice little riff that. Okay, so you've got this. So it starts off with an A power chord, but I'm gonna just bar then 2 middle strings there on the 2nd fret with my 1st finger and a strum from the 5th. And then you got to hammer on because this note's been played, you've got to hammer on with your little finger on the 4th fret, so it goes. Okay, so you strum it and just hammer on that little finger there on the 4th fret. See that? And then you hit that, so it goes. I'm going to show you what that looks like, because I know a lot of people prefer to just see the tab. So you got, and then this little shape is kind of like a little G shape here. What I mean by G is, if you can see that shape there, is like when you'd play a G up here, but here. So put your first finger on the 4th fret on the 3rd string, then this one on the string above the 4th string, but it's on the 5th fret, and you go. Hit it 3 times, and on the last one you hammer on the 6th fret there on the 3rd string. So I'll show you that little hammer on the thing there. So you might use your little finger or your 3rd finger, and then it goes to this little shape here. I'll just zoom in a tiny bit, which is your first finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger or your 2nd finger even, but you could use your 3rd finger on the 4th string 4th fret, and you go, and here it hits that little chord. So you're not strumming everything here, you're just picking the notes you see on the tab, and then the root on the 5th string, and then you play it again. So you're, and you're going to hammer with your little finger on just below that 4th finger there. You're going to hammer that. I'm going to show you that. So it goes, and then you take that little finger off and you play that original chord there. So and then you use your 2nd finger to replace that 3rd one, but it's on the 3rd fret. Let's get it on here so you can see there. So it's that shape you did there, but here. Hit it 3 times, and on the 3rd time you got a hammer on the 4th fret there, and then it ends on a little A power chord. So you got. Okay, something really good to get your teeth stuck into. Really great riff, great chords. So if you're just an intermediate player, you know, you're fed up of all the beginner riffs and you want something a bit juicier to learn, then this is it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. Bye.